After talking about lists in much detail, let's go through the tuples as well. Let me clearly mention over here that a tuple is exactly a list, 100% list, not 100%, but it is much like a list, but with only two major differences. First one is it is denoted by these round brackets rather than the square brackets. That is one thing. Remember, list is denoted by the square brackets and tuple is denoted by round brackets. That is the representational difference. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Cool. No, where's the comma? Comma is missing over here. And again, way of initialization is exactly same. The elements are separated from each other by using comma. Space is our own choice if you want to add it or not. And then I can show it as well, right? This now rest of the story is same. We can access the elements of the tuple just like list. We can perform slicing as well. By the way, we did not perform slicing on the list. We can do that. We performed slicing on the string. We can also do it on the list as well. So, oh yeah, you might be wondering that here we are using square brackets, which is the symbol of list, right? So we are using square bracket to index the tuple. The thing is, these brackets are only used for initialization of these data structures. Where I am initializing, I am creating the data structure of list, or where I am creating the data structure of tuple. Here we have to use particular symbols. But where we are indexing the elements, here square bracket becomes the representation of indexing. It does not become any kind of representation of any particular data set, right? This is indexing operator. And since we can index tuple, so yeah, we can use indexing operator over here as well, right? Okay, so slicing. If I want to get these three elements, right? So 2 is at first location. So I'll say from 1, 4 is at 0, 1, 2, 3. Third location, but since in slicing, last element gets rejected, so we will say 5. Okay. Oh, 5 means it added this one as well. So we should say 4. Why? Because again, 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 was 4, right? So we added one more, so it becomes 4 now. Cool. So we got 2, 3, 4 over here. Same thing we can do with the list as well. Where's the list? Let's quickly do that. LST. We can access element from, let's say, 2 to blah, 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 5. So here we go. We have elements from index number 2 to 5. Okay, now, you might be wondering that if I'm saying everything is same between tuple and list, only the bracket difference is there, then it is quite dumb thing to introduce tuples. No, there's one major difference. Are you ready to learn about that major difference? Yeah. So the major difference is tuples are immutable. Tuples are exactly lists, but such lists that are immutable. Immutable means that are not changeable. Once a tuple is created, it can never be changed. The elements of the tuple can never be changed afterwards, just like strings. Let's try to do that. So, okay, so if I want to access the first element of the tuple, that is 1. Okay, if I want to rewrite it, let's say I want to replace 1 with 999, it gives me an error, kind of the same error that was there while updating the value, the element of string, which means, again, I repeat, tuple works exactly like list, but the elements cannot be changed once tuple is created. If you want this T to represent some other tuple, yeah, you can use T like this. Let's say I'll say T is equals to a new tuple like 999, 888, 777 or something like that. Yeah, I can do that. No worries. But now this tuple is destroyed. So the thing is, the elements of this tuple are not changed anymore. But the same variable is now representing some other tuple. That can happen. Okay. What is the use case? if we cannot change elements in a data structure, then obviously the data structure that allows us changing elements is better, correct? But sometimes we don't want to change elements once they are created. For example, if we are writing kind of a program where we are assigning IDs to people, IDs should never be changed later on, right? And so I want that even by mistake, the elements of the IDs should not be changed. So I'll create IDs as tuples. I will not create IDs as a list because the elements of IDs can be changed, right? So tuples are exactly lists. I'm repeating it for probably 10th time, but the lists that cannot be changed are called tuples. Technical wording is tuples are immutable. Lists are mutable. Having said that, let's talk about sets in next video.